In the annals of America's storied old money dynasties, names like Rockefeller, Kennedy, and Vanderbilt are often first to mind, their legacies woven into the fabric of the nation's cultural and political history. Yet in the shadow of these illustrious families lies the remarkable saga of the DuPonts, a lineage whose wealth and influence arguably surpass them all. Emerging in the early 19th century, the DuPonts arrived on American shores from France, eyes alight with the potential of a young, burgeoning nation. Unlike many of their contemporaries who struggled for mere survival, the DuPonts aspired to something greater from the outset, the establishment of a gunpowder empire. This ambition marked merely the prologue of a narrative that would see the family's influence swell through the 19th and 20th centuries, extending their reach far beyond the realms of gunpowder into chemicals, materials science, and armaments. What follows is a journey of a family on the precipice of old money status, navigating through scandals, economic downturns, and the relentless advance of technology. In this episode of Old Money Luxury, we delve into the transformation of the DuPonts from new money to old, beginning our tale in 1739 Paris with Pierre Samuel DuPont. Born into humble circumstances amid the stark socio-economic disparities of 18th century Paris, Pierre Samuel's early life was framed by a backdrop of opulent aristocracy and intellectual enlightenment. Despite the financial constraints of his early years, Pierre Samuel's thirst for knowledge was insatiable. His intellectual journey was fueled by a desire to transcend his modest beginnings and a deep-seated curiosity about the complexities of human society. His brilliance shone through in economics and philosophy, disciplines that would lay the groundwork for the DuPont family's monumental ascent. Pierre Samuel's academic pursuits led him to the Collège de France, a bastion of progressive thought, where he delved into the era's advanced theories, crafting a robust foundation in economics and philosophy. His scholarly efforts culminated in writings that explored the intricate relationship between economic systems and human behavior, works that not only garnered academic praise, but also incited widespread debate. But Pierre Samuel's impact extended beyond the academic sphere. His writings catapulted him into the realms of political influence, where he advised key figures within the French government. His contributions to intellectual and policy discussions made him a prominent figure of his time, setting the stage for the DuPont family's indelible mark on history. As France's political landscape underwent seismic shifts, the French Revolution of 1789 thrust the nation into tumultuous upheaval. Initially, Pierre Samuel DuPont aligned himself with the revolution's principles, embracing the prospect of transformative change. However, his faith in the revolution eroded as it descended into radical fervor, culminating in his imprisonment by revolutionaries in 1797. This stark reversal of fortune signaled to Pierre Samuel and the DuPont family that France, once a haven of intellectual and political engagement, had become a perilous landscape. In the face of such adversity, the DuPonts made a pivotal decision that would forever alter their destiny. They chose the United States as their new refuge in 1799, a decision born not out of desperation, but from a strategic vision. They saw in America a land brimming with potential, a sanctuary where the political turmoil of Europe could not stymie their aspirations. Thus, they embarked on a journey to a country characterized by its promise of a fresh start, despite the shadow of suspicion that trailed them, fueled by rumors of Pierre Samuel's alleged political sympathies in France. These speculations suggested affiliations with the radical Jacobins, known for their reign of terror. Yet a closer examination of historical records reveals a man of complex beliefs, who steered a course between revolutionary zeal, and monarchical stiffness, embodying principles that defied simple categorization. Upon their arrival in the early 1800s, the DuPonts found an America at the dawn of its industrial age, ripe with opportunities. Pierre Samuel, with his indomitable spirit, wasted no time in carving out the family's niche in this new world. By July 19, 1802, just 3 years after setting foot on American soil, the foundation of E.I. DuPont de Nemours and Company was laid, marking a significant chapter in the annals of American industry. The timing was fortuitous. America's westward expansion and the escalating geopolitical tensions of the era underscored the strategic importance of domestic gunpowder production. The DuPont's foray into this sector not only filled a crucial void left by the reliance on British imports, but also positioned them as key players in a burgeoning industry. The establishment of a gunpowder mill in Wilmington, Delaware, represented a bold venture into a field dominated by the British, showcasing the DuPont's entrepreneurial acumen and their pivotal role in the industrialization of the United States. Despite the formidable competition and established industrial giants of his time, Pierre Samuel DuPont remained steadfast in his quest to carve out a competitive edge. His bold challenge to the status quo was not merely an act of audacity, but a testament to his keen business acumen and deep understanding of market dynamics. By offering a domestically produced alternative to imported gunpowder, DuPont not only filled a vital gap in the American market, but also aligned his destiny with that of a nation on the rise, contributing significantly to America's growing self-sufficiency. Pierre Samuel's formula for success was rooted in ambition and augmented by strategic foresight. His choice of location beside the Brandywine River was deliberate, leveraging the river's dual benefits for powering the mill and facilitating an efficient distribution network for his gunpowder. Complementing this strategic location was his uncompromising commitment to quality. By importing skilled professionals from France and investing in cutting-edge machinery, DuPont ensured that the company's operations were defined by unparalleled expertise, setting it apart from competitors. However, the path to success was not without its hurdles. While the War of 1812 temporarily spiked demand, the post-war economy posed new challenges, prompting DuPont to diversify into products like black dye and sulfuric acid. By the 1830s, the company had adeptly pivoted to manufacturing black powder for leisure and sporting use, a move that not only proved lucrative, but also established DuPont as the leading supplier of black powder in the United States. But DuPont's ingenuity extended beyond the gunpowder. In 1834, the company ventured into the textile industry, capitalizing on the booming American textile sector with a new mill on the Brandywine River for cotton yarn production. This expansion played a significant role in cementing DuPont's market presence in textiles, yet it also entangled the company in the moral complexities of the era, particularly the use of slave labor in its cotton mills and the sale of gunpowder to slaveholders. Despite Pierre Samuel DuPont's personal opposition to slavery, the company's operations during this period reflect the ethical contradictions within the broader American economy. However, these ethical dilemmas did not deter the DuPont family's ambitions. The American Civil War presented a pivotal opportunity for the DuPonts to secure lucrative contracts with the Union Army, becoming an essential supplier of gunpowder and significantly bolstering their wealth and status as part of the American financial aristocracy. As the 19th century drew to a close, the DuPonts diversified their interests beyond business, strategically weaving their influence into the political fabric of the nation. The marriage of a DuPont heir to Alice Beelan, the daughter of a prominent Delaware politician, in 1890 marked a significant foray into political circles, offering the family direct access to Delaware's political elite. This multifaceted approach to expansion not only underscored the DuPonts' ambition, but also highlighted their adeptness at navigating and shaping the socio-economic and political landscapes of their time. The DuPont family's influence stretched far beyond the confines of their home state, with Henry Algernon DuPont, a scion of the dynasty, serving as the U.S. minister to Italy between 1893 and 1897. These strategic positions and prestigious roles were pillars supporting the extensive political leverage the DuPont family wielded. However, luminosity often casts shadows, and the DuPonts were no exception. As they basked in the financial gains amassed during the Civil War, they faced accusations of war profiteering, with critics alleging that the family exploited the Union's dire need by charging exorbitant prices for gunpowder. The DuPonts rebuffed these claims, insisting their pricing was fair, reflective of the high demand rather than greed. Yet these controversies left an indelible mark, igniting public demand for greater transparency in their operations. Through periods of war, prosperity, and controversy, the DuPont family established themselves not only as titans of industry, but also as influential figures who deftly maneuvered within both corporate and political realms. As the 20th century unfolded, their story paralleled the fluctuating fortunes of a nation, marked by episodes of significant achievement and profound challenge. World War I presented another opportunity for the DuPonts to demonstrate their prowess in explosives and gunpowder production, aligning with the Allied forces to supply critical war materials. This effort transcended mere business, reflecting a deep-seated patriotic zeal. The DuPonts' engagement in war efforts, from underwriting bonds to organizing patriotic events, underscored their commitment to national defense and their ability to profit handsomely from these endeavors. However, the Great Depression tested the DuPonts' resilience and financial savvy. Their strategic investment in General Motors in the 1920s, which became particularly significant by the decade's end, showcased their ability to navigate economic downturns. Despite the broader economic turmoil, the DuPont's support for General Motors through strategic investments and managerial expertise helped sustain the company through the Depression's darkest days, ultimately paying off as the economy recovered. The late 1930s and early 40s brought legal challenges for the DuPonts, with accusations of violating antitrust laws in their gunpowder and chemical businesses. These legal battles, which culminated in the restructuring of the DuPont corporate empire into 3 distinct units, raised questions about the family's enduring legacy. By the 1960s, environmental concerns began to overshadow the DuPont's achievements. The ecological impact of their chemical operations, linked to serious health outcomes, could no longer be ignored. In response, the family established an environmental protection division and launched public relations campaigns to rehabilitate their image, culminating in the strategic acquisition of Conoco in 1981, further diversifying their portfolio and reinforcing their industrial dominance. Yet the early 21st century brought renewed scrutiny over the health implications of Teflon, a DuPont invention. The discovery of its potential health hazards led to significant legal settlements and a commitment to revise manufacturing processes, reflecting the complex legacy of a family that has navigated both triumph and turmoil. From their origins in France to their indelible mark on American industry and society, the DuPonts have been pivotal in shaping sectors from chemicals to environmental stewardship, governance, and philanthropy. Their story is a testament to the enduring power of resilience and innovation, even in the face of adversity. As we invite our viewers to share their encounters with the DuPont legacy, especially those on the American East Coast, we continue to explore the multifaceted impact of one of America's most storied old money families. Join us in the comments to share your experiences and insights, and thank you for tuning into another episode.